guys, I'm Sync.
And I'm Echo.
And we are back once again playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. In the last episode,
we
looked
around Gantz's office.
Yes. We got in trouble with that.
Emma was held back for her questioning.
Yeah.
I'm still worried about Emma.
Yeah. And...
Damn it, Phoenix.
Yeah.
You're a terrible guardian.
And in this episode, this is the last day of the trial.
And he gets a small girl? What? I only know that because I drew her for my friend's birthday.
Right.
I only know that because I drew her for my friend's birthday. Okay? That's why.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright.
Let's go.
Let's do this!
This is the defendant's lobby, alright? But there's no defendant.
Oh.
I've been trying to reach Lana for all morning. Where could she be?
With the judge? Question mark?
And where's Emma for that matter? It almost seems as if...
She might still be in a police place, which I worry about.
Right. Something's been happening behind the scenes?
Oh, Edward, hello.
Edgeworth! Knowing you, you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 777777 ID number is. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch.
Considering we used the number to break into his safe.
Right. 77777777.
I just straight up went for it. Straight up. Hello.
Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured that out.
Why can't we just have one person who's in charge of authority shit that's not a bad guy?
Yeah.
Why can't we have one good thing? One good police officer in charge of the police place.
Right. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still a room for doubt on this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True. Not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling. On to the defendant. 5 minutes after the trial starts, Lana will be found guilty.
Okay.
But she didn't do it! I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here to hear what you have to say. This is the first time he's ever done something like this.
I think this is the first time because now he also figured out who 777777 is, and now he's very doubtful about everything. I mean, It's still his job to persecute, but now it's like, yeah, this is now like, maybe she didn't do it, and this other person did.
It's less of getting not getting guilty verdicts and more of getting finding out the truth behind the matter and getting justice. So finding out the truth. So yeah, that's his whole perspective change for his character.
Yep.
Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her.
Oh, is she testifying? Okay.
The truth? Everything goes back to the SL9 incident.
Of course it does.
Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We won't have time to reminisce about the past. That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. I'll think about it. See you in court, right?
In 5 minutes?
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly, yeah. This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Grant has on her, it's now.
Well, now I think he has more on her.
Yeah.
As in her little sister
yeah.
who is not here with us because we are a terrible guardian who are in the future adopt a child. Phoenix.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Normally this is when the prosecution puts forth its opening statement.
Question mark.
But before that, the police chief had a proposal to make.
Okay, of course he does. Chief Gant. Oh, you just magically appeared. Okay, hello.
Good morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Hey, Udgy, been back in the pool yet? No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work.
That's how I feel about my school.
I know, right? That's a good one. Don't think I can top that. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours?
Oh.
Lana, that is to say, the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court.
Of course. She wants to do what?
Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble.
She's just gonna say what she says. They have been saying this entire time that she's guilty.
What's this all about, defendant?
I'd just like to make one simple request and I'll be finished.
Well then, what's your request?
Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. Huh? I confess to all charges against me. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. Okay, I'm not surprised about this.
Yeah.
But in Phoenix, you shouldn't be too. She's been saying it for the past 3 days.
Right.
No, Lana!
Don't do that, Lana. It's not gonna help you.
Objection!
And your sister will be very upset.
You can't! Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense plead. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services.
Oh shit, we're getting fired.
Oh, but Lana! Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. Can you do that? Okay,
Yeah,
I guess you can do that in the middle, of course.
Yep.
The prosecution may lack direct evidence. Oh, the prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has significantly proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please.
Well, the defendant clearly has a right to self-representation.
As proven in the second case with us.
Yeah. Her request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial, even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise.
This can't be happening!
It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant...
Again!
Yeah. One moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Come now, Worthy.
Oh, you're back.
I understand this is a difficult time for you. But why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut,
Oh, the finger waggle.
I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant. What? Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. Some kind of deal, Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. Yeah.
To be fair, charge is like change,
yeah.
except the R has the extended part.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, to whom? As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye.
Oh.
I request the court hears her testimony.
So you have Emma? Mr. Edward, I am executing my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue.
I don't care what you think, Miss Sky. The exposure of the truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. Very well. The court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you, right, Chief Gant? Worthy. You'll live to regret this. Mark my words.
Yes, as the other one tried to do the same thing, but he got proven guilty.
Right.
Of murder.
Of murder.
15 years ago. Or is it 16 now?
16 now, yeah. Well, going on 16.
You
are 15 going on 16? Okay, go ahead before I start singing. Miss Emma Sky, please take the stand.
Looks like Edwards has decided to take the horse by the reins.
Cool. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name is Emma Sky. My occupation? I'm Lana's little sister, and I want to be a scientific investigator.
2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct?
Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember, this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. Is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant? Yes, it most certainly is.
I think we've proven that by the amount of people who's been on that case that's part of this case, including the victim.
Right. Well, okay then.
He sure gives in fast. Like, seriously.
Now, please testify to what happened 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Let me just look at the evidence.
I think it'd be a good idea just to refresh yourself on evidence before we get the testimony going.
Okay. Brought back by request of Chief Grant. That's probably so he can bring the body to the prosecutor's office and have Lana do shit with it. Lost item, the plans. Blue Badger, lots of blood there. Okay. Rubber glove for the locker. The unstable jar, the one we pieced together.
Right.
The difference in which there is that little thing right there.
Right. And do we want to scroll around a bit?
Oh, sure.
Alright, I'm going to rotate.
That's broken.
So just on one side right now.
Yep.
Alright.
Okay. Marshall's handprint, as we've proven. I don't want to look at that!
Video.
No! Not again! Oh my gosh. Please do not. Please, just do not let me look at that over and over and over again. Oh, close. Oh, yeah. Victims. Head persecutor. Witnesses. What was Lana doing as witness? Is it because she found Emma?
Because Emma was there in Lana's office, so Lana would be able to testify about what she saw. I don't remember exactly her role, her entire role of the SL9, except for obviously working alongside Damon Gant on that case. Okay. But it was also her office, as we know. So.
Die for bullet loss. Single stab wound piercing heart lung. Weapon found in wound was missing tip. Okay. The picture. Yeah.
Yep.
Evidence list. Oh yeah, the one that's like shorter.
Sure.
Except I think this is the second part.
Yeah, I think that was the one that was found in Gant's locker.
Yeah, received from...
Safe. Sorry, he's not in high school.
Yes, it's right there from the office.
Yes, from the office.
Well, they do have lockers.
They do have lockers.
But not in the office.
But not in, his was a safe.
Yeah.
So.
And then the cloth that has Emma's handprint, which he kept for some reason.
That's the oddest thing. Like when I played through, I'm like, wait, what? And like you hit on that in the last episode. Like, why is her hand print on this strip of leather?
I mean, she could have grabbed the cloth, right?
Right.
And
sure.
I still think that this cloth is from Prosecutor Marshall's. Like,
yeah, Marshall's, because he's the only one
the
really.
Vest?
Yeah, he's the only one wearing leather.
The color match and the material match.
Right.
And so I assuming like this happened when Joe Dark came and attacked Emma.
Sure.
She could have grabbed his vest by like accident or something or whatever, because she was there. But why conceal it? I'm not sure, unless that's something Lana asked him to.
Right.
Because now they're kind of collaborating together, kind of more like he's blackmailing her.
Sure, yeah.
But yes.
Okay. See everything you need to see?
Yeah, that was the end of it.
Alright, cool.
The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. Yesteryear.
Yeah.
It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial. 2 years ago. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me, but I'll never forget what I saw that instant. The man raised his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest.
Before you continue, that totally looks like Von Karma.
I know, right? I saw it. I'm like, Von Karma, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I know.
That's not Von Karma.
That's not Von Karma, but man,
he just has his hair slicked back.
His hair slicked back. It totally looks like Von Karma. God.
And it doesn't help. It's in the shadow and everything.
Yeah. It's a good thing you weren't harmed.
I passed out. I don't remember much.
That's understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder? That will soon be apparent, Your Honor.
AKA, he's counting on us.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
or we're gonna point something out and he's gonna take the credit, because that's what happened.
Yeah.
With Angel Star.
But this is a good thing, is like I love moments like this, because this happens now throughout the series that you know, Phoenix and Edgeworth or any prosecutors, will work together. Edgeworth will still do his job. He'll still prosecute, but if once they're on the same page, they'll find the truth, and that it's always a cool thing.
What I like is like they're not doing their job for the sake of doing their job, but doing their job for the sake of justice. Which is what they really should be doing, because in a court of law, we're trying to find justice and all that stuff. And so once it becomes apparent that, oh, maybe this is what's happening, we need to somehow draw it out in court. We got to work together for this. I like that. Yeah.
Right in Edgeworth, BFFs.
I think they're more than BFFs. The Gators is strong. You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. Yeah.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Let's do this!
Oh, this is fun.
Alright.
2 years ago, the defense was a detective at the police department, correct? Yes. She was second in command under Chief Detective Gant. My sister, she was the best detective ever.
Yes, I remember. Chief Detective Gant and Miss Sky used to be quite the pair. I believe they shared the same office.
That's right. I always sit in my sister's desk and dream about playing that organ. I wanted to play it that day, too.
The police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day.
Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work. A man? Yes, Joe Dark. He was a serial killer.
Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on the day of that ceremony.
Because apparently he got into a car accident when he killed someone, and then someone came and killed them, and then someone else came and he killed them, and then he killed someone else who came, and then stuff.
Yeah, Joe Dark was like in and out of my head after this game. So then hearing his story again, I'm like, oh my gosh.
That is the most weirdest thing ever.
It's like,
okay, it's one thing if like you ran someone down as an accident.
Right.
That was an accident, right?
And then it's like, and then you go insane and just keep running people over. Sure, okay.
But he didn't keep running people over. He kept stabbing people because they came across the scene, and then he was like, "Oh no!" And he like killed them, and then he killed someone else who came along. Or I think one of them also came with their mother, so he killed her too.
Something like that, yeah.
It was the most weirdest thing, like ever.
We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead it to an arrest. When he saw when he saw his chance, he fled the room, right? Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he ran to Sky and Gant's office.
How? It took us a car to get in there. There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look. Oh, that's right. Oh, I see.
Sure.
That's when I saw him. It makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
Oops, right bed. Okay. Clearly. There we go. What was the prosecutor doing there?
That day, there were two people present during Dark's questioning. Detective Damon Gant and Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Gant was there too? You know that!
Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutors Award. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony. I assume that would also be why he was the first to run in after dark. Run to after dark, yeah.
When Dark grabbed me, I thought I was as good as dead. And that's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in. I don't clearly remember what happened then. But can you tell us about that? Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark, and then the lights went out.
The lights?
It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on, and lightning struck nearby. So the electricity went out.
Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right? Good! He's catching on. He's making obvious objections.
Like, yeah. But not like he was being bribed before by Miss Star. Right, but just then lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind.
I see.
I told the detective about what I saw then. The detective? Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case. Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim. Hear more. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago. Yes, that's what's so scary about this trial.
And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw?
Yes, but at the time the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture. A picture? Yes, I think she mentioned that before. I believe we have it.
Mm-hmm. Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough?
Now I want to ask about the picture. This picture the witness drew, I believe it has a very important meaning.
But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture.
Hang on, I don't remember where it was. Was it on the back of this? Yep, there it is. Okay, I found it.
Witness, would you mind if we add this statement to your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. I drew a picture of that scene once, but it seemed to have been lost.
Alright. We know what to do.
Phoenix, please, be smart. I know you stare at a picture and be like, oh yeah, it's no relevance. And I'm like, are you kidding me? That was last episode, Phoenix. Last episode.
Yeah. Here we go.
Mr. Edgeworth, this little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. And yet you still insist on denying its existence?
Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that the prosecutor for this case, as the prosecutor for the case, I wasn't handed such a picture.
That may well be, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold!
Behold! This is the evidence list for the SL9 incident?
Please turn it over, Your Honor.
Turn it over. Turn it. Aha! What's this? Turn it a little bit to the left, Judge. Yes, what is that?
Hey, that's it. That's the picture I drew. I can't believe we didn't show it to her yesterday.
Right. Indeed. Two men appeared to be wrestling here.
You can call it that.
Sure.
One of them seemed to be holding a ruler.
I'm gonna measure your ear! What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list?
We did! We may or may not have broken into the office and may not have broken into the chief prosecutor.
It fell out of
the police safe.
It fell out of the Chief Gant's safe and out the door.
I believe that was in the desk, actually.
It was in the, yes, you're right. It was in the desk, yes.
The other stuff was in the safe.
Yeah.
It may or may not, we may or may not have done something illegal. Me?
Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list. Huh? These lists, they're different from each other. What? It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete.
I believe we concluded this. Both
Because,
Edgeworth and Gumshoe were like, lists are usually longer than that.
Right. These two lists fit together to form one. You can see the markings here where they were torn apart from each other.
That looks perfectly straight to me. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in that case ever reached you.
What? What?